So it's upon us, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Watch this video. Hello, welcome to I'm your Son. I hope you're all well. So this coming weekend, Friday night in the US, Saturday early morning here in the UK and around Europe for Jake Paul against Mike Tyson. The 58-year-old Mike Tyson, the 27-year-old Jake Paul. Now, I've made videos about this in the past. In that, I think this fight is a complete sham. They've allowed this to be sanctioned as a professional fight. 8 2-minute rounds. You know, it's a professional fight. 14-ounce gloves, great. But I can't make up my mind whether this fight is completely rigged or whether it's going to be an actual contest. I can't make up my mind whether they've had some kind of an agreement beforehand to say not go too hard on Mike or Mike on Jake Paul or not. I just can't make up my mind because the way it looks, and I've always said this right from the very start, regardless of where Mike Tyson was or is now, he's 58 years old. And all you have to do, especially when this fight was first announced, I said, Jake Paul, all he has to do is be on his bike for a round, 2 rounds, just stay out of range, but get close enough to make Mike Tyson commit a little bit, just be on his bike a little bit, and he'll tire him out. And all these pros keep on coming out saying, well, your power, your punch power is the last thing to go and all that kind of stuff. That might be so. And we might be living in a matrix, or we might be living in some kind of Hollywood script here where all the old guys always really beat up the young guys as well, just like Clint Eastwood does, which is great for a film, but not in real life. Now, is Mike Tyson a danger, even at 58 years old, for a novice boxer like Jake Paul? Of course he is. If he lands, yes, he could be in trouble. Of course he could. But if Jake Paul considers himself to be any kind of boxer, which he keeps on saying, he's a best developed, or he's the most improved, or he's the most watched, and he's certainly earning the millions, that's for sure. But he keeps on saying, oh, I want to be world champion one day. Well, you're going about it all wrong. Everybody knows this. You're a bit of a joke in terms of boxing circles. If he just lands on Jake Paul, then Jake Paul could easily, be flatlined. No doubt. But if Jake Paul just is on his bike and he fights him like a boxer and just fights him sensibly and just doesn't stand in front of him, then Mike Tyson, the first thing that's going to go is your stamina. The first thing that's going to go is your endurance. The first thing that's going to go is your punch resistance. Those are the things that he cannot claw back. Also, physiologically, you cannot defy science. You cannot defy the human body, because as you get older, things start to deteriorate with your body, with your brain, everything. Now, he might be in fantastic shape for a 58-year-old, and put him in the ring with a 50-year-old, 45-year-old, 50-year-old, a 58-year-old. You're going to pick Mike Tyson any day of the week, aren't you? But against even a novice boxer like Jake Paul, who's come up in weight and who was very fit and very hungry, this is a recipe for disaster. And I can't see how Jake Paul loses this fight, even though I don't rate him as a boxer. I just don't see how he could lose it. Whilst I see that there is a risk there, the only way he loses this fight is if he stands in front of Mike Tyson and let Mike Tyson hit him. That's the only way. Otherwise, it'll either go to the distance, be a bit of a snooze fest, and I got a feeling that's where it's going to be. He's basically just going to take it to the distance, just be on his bike, not embarrass Mike Tyson, not let Mike Tyson embarrass him. And, that's the kind of thing that he's going to do. Now, Mike Tyson may be playing to another script. He might be singing another tune. He might be going after Jake Paul's head. So boxing fans, they desperately want Mike Tyson to wipe the floor with Jake Paul. Of course they do, right? But objectively, if you look at it from just an age point of view, from a health point of view, this fight shouldn't be happening. Now, we've already seen this last year where a 59-year-old got into a boxing ring and got a professional license, and I think it was in New York, and he just got completely wiped out. It was really embarrassing to see. Now, obviously, we're not talking about, some regular Joe Schmo here. We are talking Mike Tyson getting into the ring. But even so, So this is why I just can't, in my mind, I just can't work out whether this is, I know it's a sham of a fight. And in one of my previous videos, I said this is the biggest fight for reasons which a lot of people didn't fully understand in the video. I'm not saying it's the best fight, the biggest fight. In terms of pay-per-view, in terms of business, in terms of launching Netflix, yes, names, brand, it's big. But in terms of boxing, no, it's a sham. It's a terrible fight. It's a ridiculous fight. And I've been saying this from word dot. Absolute nonsense of a fight. But Mike Tyson could win. Of course he could. But it's highly unlikely. Now, for Jake Paul, yeah, he could easily go in there and he could really commit. And yeah, he could flatline Mike Tyson. There is no doubt about it. Each fighter could do this to the other, given the opportunity. My point here is that as a boxer, you don't let Mike Tyson have any opportunity. You work on his weaknesses. You exploit his weaknesses, right? That's what a boxer should do. You exploit your opponent's weaknesses. His weaknesses is going to be his cardio, is going to be his stamina, and it's going to be his movement, and it's going to be his punch resistance and his longevity in that fight as well. So all he has to do is be on his bike for a couple of rounds, stay in the fight, but just, take a few punches, cover up, work on the jab, move around, just move him around, and just make sure Mike Tyson tires him out. And you could even take this to the 5th and 6th round, then all of a sudden, bang, overhand right, which Jake Paul loves to do, and that's it. It's good night, Vienna. And I could be completely wrong, of course. Nobody knows here. But I do find it really interesting how professionals out there, and commentators and observers and YouTube channels are saying, well, Mike Tyson, wouldn't mess with him. You think, well, just think about this logically. If a 50 or 8-year-old gets in a ring and beats a 27-year-old, there are two reasons why. One, it's because he was allowed to do it and the 27-year-old was completely rubbish, so he shouldn't be in the boxing ring at all. So this is kind of where we're at with Jake Paul. He's not very good, right? For a professional boxer, not very good. And this talk about him being a world champion or wanting to be a world champion, this is all just la-la stuff, because it's never going to happen. Because if you want to be on that trajectory for a world title shot, you have to beat professional boxers for a start, and he hasn't beat any of any note. So that's the issue. Now, if you want to prove me wrong, get into the ring with professional boxers and let's see where you're at. But you won't be at anything. So this is the only reason why a 58-year-old can beat a 27-year-old, because he's just absolute rubbish. He lets him hit him, and also that it could be rigged. I just can't see it any other way. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a sham of a fight. It's a mockery of a fight. And it's just, well, for me, they've approved this fight, and it just shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen for me. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But it's the biggest fight for all the wrong reasons. It's the worst fight. It's a nonsense fight. Whomever comes out on top, I just don't think there's going to be a winner here. I think it's probably going to go to a draw. It's probably going to go to, a decision, but who knows? Who knows what can happen to this? Absolute nonsense, really. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But it's on Netflix. It's, if you've got Netflix, it's free to watch, right? Am I going to watch it? Yeah, I don't know if I can be bothered to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch it UK time. I doubt it. I'll probably just turn it on when I get up in the morning and see and have a look at it, just to see how crap it really was, or how good or how shocking, how impressive it really was. You saw the open workouts, and you can't really tell by open workouts because, they're putting on. But people are saying, oh, Mike Tyson looked great, he looked fantastic, no. The footage that I've seen before this, him on the pads, him in the gym, it's too little, it's too sharp, too short to make any kind of judgment. And the biggest judgment is not what he looks like on pads or what he looks like, in a gym. It's how long can he keep this up for? And that's the thing. How long can he keep it up for? And that's what everybody seems to be missing. It's, how long can he keep this up for? And, I saw it in the open workout and I thought, well, this is, just look at the way he's moving, one foot to the other foot. Look at the way he's going in. Look at the way he's trying to emulate old Mike Tyson. It looked like an old man trying to do it. That's what it looked like to me. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, well, just keep on watching the videos, and I'll catch you again. Another video coming very soon. Bye now.